This is Progressivism by Chris and David Thomas. Drawing the cloud real quick. Know what I'm saying? Let's do work. We're here today to talk about a story that implements progressivism. It's not just any regular story, it's the story of Mitch. That's Mitch on the left, and he has 3 kids and a lovely wifey. There's the wife, bottom left, and Mitch is excited. He's excited for a lot of things. I'm about to tell you why. First of all, Mitch's homeland, was in Ireland, and he felt like he didn't have a good enough opportunity to progress in Ireland, so he decided to come to the good old US of A. And he didn't just come anywhere in the US of A. He went to the Big Red Apple. And I'm pretty sure most of you know that the Big Red Apple is New York. However, he had a few problems in New York. He didn't really like how things were going. When he got there, he was like surprised about the type of conditions he and his family were forced to live in. He was forced to live in like one small room apartments that were completely unsanitary and unhealthy. These were known as tenements, and a lot of people had to live in these during this time. And Mitch here was actually very excited to get out of these awful conditions. He was very excited to get to work, and he had a little talk with Carl and Sam, his sons. He was especially excited to get to some sort of work that involved physical labor, and that's where they worked in the meat packaging factory. However, he didn't realize how dangerous it was until his little boy Sammy had a little accident. His hand got chopped off, and this obviously made Mitch mad. He was a father, of course. This made him question the government's decisions on safety and child labor. So this brought up the idea of progressivism, where he began to protest, crime rate, corruption, and technological problems, and especially child labor, which was what happened. And Mitch had this idea that the government's involvement would help better the society. And he thought that the government had the obligation to, protect women and especially children, and it was their job to also educate the population. And Mitch kind of got a little worried because he began to think about the protesting he was doing, and he thought about how prohibition was sort of a fail, but that was like a progressive movement, and he didn't want to think of himself as being a failure of his whole protesting ending up being a problem for everyone. So he doubted himself a little bit until, however, he did eventually get a letter from the government, which changed everything. And I'm not going to tell you much more. You're just going to have to see the movie when it comes out. It's going to be sweet. So go check this movie out.